So, in conclusion, I will say this. I will say this that it's important. It's very clear that everyone understands our position of the ND Charles Green educating more than four levels of awareness ancestors to communicate to every life form. Yes, every life form. There is a responsibility. Yes, to communicate. I could make this clear. It's a Moride to communicate this information. There is a there's a responsibility and accountability for every thought that goes through any being or not being, any life form or not life form. There's a personal responsibility for that thought. There's personal accountability for that thought. In other words, what it translates to is very simple. That whatever we think, there's responsibility for it. Whatever the actions, whatever we do, all the things we do and not do, all the things we think and not think, there are responsibility for all these things. That the systems, it is the systems of undo the quick to levels of awareness we will never perceive or see, is recording, and I've said this before, is recording every thought, every action, every before thought, the before thought actions, every thought that everyone is thinking and having, even is recording this before, and also it's recording that every thought that we're having, everyone, yes, in creation, lion and existence as one. Well, that tells you how huge these things are. That in though the more man man at all times. So more man man is both inside and outside of them, knows everything. So that everything that everyone does, all the thought and pre-thought, all the actions, all the things we do or not do, is being recorded, and all the communications that we are all having is being recorded also in real time, and the intentions behind these communications in real time is also being recorded. So no one will don't do the indication. All of that's going to knows everything, knows the intent of everyone, knows everyone. It doesn't matter what they project to be. It doesn't matter if they're wearing others that have died as a clothes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're wearing others as clothes and running around them that them in showing the false informations that prove that they want to use it as a proof that they are those people that have died. So it's important that I say this, that for every thought that everyone, including myself, yes, including myself, in my physical self, my physical self, everyone, all the thoughts and all the communications that we have and all the actions and what we do and what we do not do is being recorded by the nature. Yes, by nature itself, by creation, lion, and the existence as one word, as one concept, as one word, as one concept, as one word, as one concept, is recording these things. Yes, and I just petitioned my day to use this to show the interactions I had with the person they call IO. So these things are being recorded, and this not just recording the conversations, it's also recording the intentions behind everyone's words and everyone's thoughts, and even those that also want to threaten others. That these things are being recorded now. Petition of the and as a constant petition, those that will threaten others or those that want to blackmail others in any way, in any form, that the petition of the and they are on a day to petition of the police, of the forces to to arrest and detain and also prosecute these people that are doing this thing. These things are real. So the thing that is this, right? That everyone is being recorded. All the things we do and the intentions behind them is being recorded. That they are indicating more than followers for awareness ancestors. Though DNA, all of that screen education knows everyone. No one is hidden from Indo DND channel asking. This is also important that I petition Modi to communicate this to every life form, creation, client, and existence as one word. The next part I will say is this, that that it doesn't matter the relationship or the interaction I have with anyone, if they fail to understand, if they fail to understand, they fail to understand the purpose of life, then I will disconnect myself from them. So, but if anyone that figured out with their physical self, they figure out their physical self, they figure out that they are more the Chidabara is greater and higher than them, and they figure out that the next step is that they figure out that they will always listen. It's not reversible concepts, and they will always listen to their more no matter what. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're having a butt pain or not having a butt pain, which is what it is. Not having is everybody knows that these three levels are want to do this thing. They hurt themselves to transfer the pain to the other person. This also shows you that this is what prepares them for this for that thing that they believe in dying. That's a thing that they is also helping them to is also assisting them and also helping them and preparing them to accept that not acceptable thought of death and diseases. So they know what they're doing intentionally. They know the what they're hurting themselves. So, but those that have accepted that principle that they will always listen and obey their more, you cannot give them a butt pain. Yes, it's an illusion because they will always petition them more. Yes, I will always petition them more. That butt pain is back to them. It's back to those that are projecting that butt pain. And all the time they say they are projecting butt pain, I'll petition them day and pay them back. I'll petition them to pay them back in their own coin. I won't use the word there. So I'll take that coin back because whatever they see, they want to use it for manipulation. So I'll say, I'll presumably to pay them back their pain back to them. So this is what it is. So, but what I would say this is right that there is personal responsibility for every thought and every action. There's also personal thought for every communication and intent of the communication. There's a responsibility for that. Then the next part, the next thing I would say that. The next, which is the one I was saying, that it doesn't matter the relationship I have with anyone, if they don't accept the principles and the convictions and the things that I accept with my chi, then once I find out that they're not listening to their more, they're not listening to their chi, that they're doing whatever they want, which is also equivalent of lawless living, then I will disconnect myself. But I also want to make it very clear that those those that refuse to accept that the day is the one that created them, that the day is the one they should be taking the orders from, that the day is the one that they should be listening to and agreeing with without whether they know it or not. Those that also refuses to merge with that part of them that does not die is also they're working on destructive path. That is their own demise. They are the ones that have made those choices. And I've said this: nobody will feel any sorry for them. Nobody will show them love. Nobody will show them compassion. Nobody will show them forgiveness. Nobody will show them all the things that the levels of awareness will teach, because they are the ones that choose to not obey, not to obey the Odie, which is also a crime, being disobedient to self. Because your Odie is you and your Odie also, but Odie is the one. I won't use but. I will say also Odie is the one that created the physicality of everyone, and anyone that failed to not I won't get anything from me. Anyone that failed to obey the Odie is also have decided that their death, that is their demise, is guaranteed. It's inevitable if they refuse to obey the day. So they are the ones that chose that path. Nobody should feel sorry for them or show them mercy. So then the other part I made it clear all the attributes of 3 levels of awareness people, and then that Chimaroke Victor, that's me. Chimaroke Victor Elazo, that's me. I never go by the word senior. I never use that to refer to myself. Chimaroke Victor Elazo is not, and I say again, it's not the same person as Odie Jr., which is Chimaroke Jason Elazo and his familiars. It's also not the same. Ode Junior is not the same person as Ode Devon. Ode Devon Ikenelas is also a different individual, a different person. My familiar. Ode Junior is my familiar too, also. And Ode Baby is my family. Ode Obochi is also my family, and all my familiars. So, so Ode, Ode Devon, Ode Junior is different. It's a different individual. Ode Devon is different. Chimuruke Victor is also a different individual. This is what it is. Then the next part is that the person that I call by certificate is not. Again, I say again, it's not the same person. It's not. It's never the same person as IO. So I say that very clearly because it's not very clear. So whenever this is also for everyone. Whenever the information becomes very clear, then you say it. I will use my mouth to say it because there's more my Chima Abala is using that as is using that experience to teach something, to teach that I'm more manageable now. Oh, the person that dies is the one that refuses to march with their mother, refuses to obey their mother, refuses to when the people don't do things by force. They will show you the reasons why this approach is better and this approach is not. They show you that this approach is destructive thought, is working on destructive thought, is destruction itself, and I will show you this other part is not. This other part is what leads you to march with that part of it that does not die. But in them more will never force anyone to merge with the more part that does not die. It's that themselves will figure that thing out. Not their mama, not their papa, not all the things they have created, not all the things they have created again, not their churches, not their religious belief systems, because those are the ones, pushing this thought for people to kill themselves for resurrection and reincarnation and life after death. Those are the people pushing those thoughts around. So our position wanted to show that this is what it is, and then punish those that are doing this. So then this concludes it for the 12th Ode, my Ode teaching, YouTube teaching videos, which translates to Ode awareness, Ode wellness, and wellness informations that will put anyone that is listening and paying attention, that will put them on that path. Yes, on that path. Not part of demise, never demise, on that path to get that point, to be able to exercise the use of their physical brain and their more brain, their physical logic and their more logic, their physical their physical intelligence and their more intelligence. It's more than that. And then they'll be able to come to a point where they know for sure that they are more, and their chi, the Abba, is the one that created their physicality, and the one that also is greater and higher than them. Then from there they will now listen, and they will come to a point where they will, with their more, they will always win. They will always win. They will now come to a point that it's not about winning, but it's about doing what their more, the chi, the Abba wants them to do at all times, whether they know those things or they don't know those things. And they will get to the point where they will not be able to march into that part of them that does not die. And when they do that, they march into everything. They march into all the planets, both their physical self and their more. They march into because their more is already connected. They march into all the solar systems, all the planets, and all the planets, all the green galaxies, or the green planets, or the green universes, all in creation and relying as well. One word, as one concept. So this is the purpose of life. So I said again, at the end, our petition will be to show all the evidences that proves that everything that we discuss is true, and that the first one is that seeing. We have proven that before. I also did a video on that. That seeing is not believing, hearing is not believing, smelling is not believing, talking is not believing, uh, doing, that's the most current one, is doing is not believing. Because these things, all these senses could be manipulated by the levels of awareness. But once you use your more, you achieve your creator to do the communications, then it can never be manipulated. If the levels of awareness will put their hands in that, in these communications, it will be burnt. But whatever happens is according to the Monday Chinabra. So this is what it is. So that's the first one to prove that seeing is not believing. The second one is that the truth can never be lies, and lies can never be truth. Not to switch it around. Then the third one is that intentions. Yes, intentions is very big. Intentions and communications. Intentions and communications cannot jump around. It cannot be true now and then be not true. It cannot be false and be factual. It can only be true continuously in OD forever, in all time frame, in all awareness level, true. It cannot change its states. It's either it's true or it's not. Either it's a lie or it's not. It cannot be true and lie at the same time. That thing they do. Like a very good example. They say Weather Road. Weather Road, you know what they're talking about is wet and dry. So you cannot have a state where something is wet and dry. It's either it's wet, that thing is that the road is wet, or the road is dry. It cannot be both. It can never be both. So this is also that thing they also do. They say that thing about the miracle thing. So miracle is also going to miracle thing. I don't believe in miracle. Miracle is the equivalent of magic. So you can't say you can't say that you will turn a wine into water or turn water into wine. They are two different things. They're used for different purposes. They cannot be confused. Yes, they can never be confused by anyone, by any life form. Wine is different from water. So if anyone wants to turn water into a wine or wine into water, it's a magic. That in the levels of awareness for no day we never do something like that. And I've said this when I came back to Nigeria. I said you cannot say to Chimaruke, turn a soap into something. Soap will always be soap. Soap can never be turned to any other thing. Then more they will never do something like this. So that thing they do, yes, that thing they do, turning water into wine, is also falsehood. Is also a lie. Is also a magic. That thing they do is a magic. So, 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 so that's important that I say this. So that's the third one. The third one, intentions and communications can only be true. It cannot be both true and lies at the same time. So this is important that I say this on record. So the next part is that a being that have merged to that part of them, the creator's part that come and more machima abara. We will never misrepresent information. We never lie to you. We never tell you a lie. We never deceive you. We never manipulate you or control anyone. So this is very important. But a being that have not merged to that part of them that does not that and knows that they have more and the chi abra, then those are the ones that will lie and tell. They are the boast-faced liars. They will lie and deceive others. Those are the people that deceive others. So the fourth one is that there's a reason. There's a reason why the fourth one. I will use this one as the fourth one. That Ezio Mume, that is a good work. Ezio Mume, that's an Igbo. Is Ezio Mume. It's good behavior, good work also. But I like to use Ezio Mume. I like to use good behavior. So I won't use good work. Good work is rhyming with the religious people. So I will do that back. So Ezio Mume, which is good behavior, can never be bad behavior. So good behavior can never be bad behavior. Bad behavior can never be good behavior. So this is the way it's designed. Then the second part, the fifth part, is that there's a reason. There's a reason why your OD, my OD, all of that's within ditch, all of that's creating educating, more than for levels of awareness, ancestors, and all of that's creating educating again, created a man different from a woman different from a man. A man's look, the energy structure in a man is quite different from the energy structure in a woman. The energy structure of a woman is quite different from any structure of a man. It's not to switch it around. So a man can never project themselves to be a female for any reason, not even to use the voice of a woman. For any reason, a man cannot project themselves as a man, as a woman. A woman cannot project themselves also as a man. Two different things. I have said this also, that the different look between a man and a woman is like comparing the life form cat with the life form they call tree. It's comparing a tree and a cat. That's how the different look of a man from a woman or a woman from a man, not to switch it around. That a man cannot possess a man cannot say that they will have the sexual tool of a man, which is penis, and they cannot have that and have a woman's vagina. I know that is also that thing I say wet and dry. It cannot exist in that form. Is it that a man is a man or a man is not a man? A woman is a woman or a woman is not a woman. So a man cannot have a man's sexual organ and wants to have a woman's sexual organ, even for pretense, yes, even for pretense, or even to build it in their mind. Also, this is real. So even to build it in their mind is also a crime. A woman cannot carry a woman's body and wants to carry a man's body. Okay, a woman can also the same thing. A woman cannot carry a woman's vagina and wants to carry a man's penis. It's also the same thing, wet and dry. The wet and dry thing that I explained, concept that it cannot coexist. That these things, right, truth and lies can never coexist in any form, in any way. So excellent negotiation. Everyone will do what their mom wants them to do. So then back to that thought, they are the ones that will go to prison, not me, because I have done anything wrong. I express myself. So the thing that is there is this, right? Is that a man cannot project himself to be a female in any way, in any form. Also, a woman cannot project herself to be a male in any way, in any form. This is also important that I say this on record over and over. The next part is this, that the other things they created, all the make beliefs that they created, that's the other thing that God created them, that Messiah, that Savior, all the things, Chineke, God, all the things that make believe, that those things that created cannot in any way approach, cannot be compared to, never be compared to the force that created a human being or not human being or any life form. That these things cannot be compared. They are not the same thing. That they want to. Three levels of one want to they want to link these things with the force that created them, which can never be linked. They're not the same thing. So this is important that I say this on the record. And with this, I petition Modi to combine this discussion we have, to combine the more part and the physical part together, to combine it together. Petition Modi and then Monday all about creation, lion and existence as one word, as one concept, and also teaching. And more than 4 levels of awareness ancestors to combine the discussions that we have, that we're just having and we have, into to make it to become more communication. So in the sense that once anything becomes its life form, once a physical becomes more, then it will never die. It will live forever. It will live forever. So this is why I say these things at the end of my teachings. So even I say I will conclude, I will put 0 in both in the front and the back to 0 down to initialize the intentions of bad people. I also petition Morday to bring down all the broadcasts. Yes, all the broadcasts. I also petition Morday police and all the T forces to prosecute all those, to arrest and prosecute all those that all the 3 levels of awareness people sending threatening thoughts and all the things that all the 3 levels of awareness all the 3 levels of awareness broadcasts. I presumably to bring it down to 0, and also to punish them, and to, if we sodomize them, if to make no one that we ever to see them again, then our presume will do to do that if it's proper. If they are told not to do these things and they say they will do whatever they want, which is also equivalent of a lawless slavery. You will see Chimoke will never threaten anyone. Chimoke will never send any threatening word or threatening communication to anyone. Chimoke will never. Those that have, like me, those that have marched with their more, and that part of them I call Machimabara, will never threaten anyone. We will never do all the things that the levels of awareness people do. And then they also will claim that they're playing when they're not playing the actual fact. So with this, I conclude this 12 video, and then next time we will do another video for the 13th day, my YouTube teaching video.